Yo, today I'm gonna be showing you the Hover X1. I'm gonna show you a full clip of how long the battery lasts. I'm gonna show you this thing's limitations, and I'm also gonna show you what this thing can do for you in your videos or your picture taking. So you guys stick with me and we'll get with it right after this. When you go buy the Hover X1, it's really simple. You're gonna get the little drone that folds up and you can put it in your pocket, and it's gonna come with 2 batteries and a cord, and that's it. This thing does not fly by GPS. That's one of the issues I've had in the past with flying the drone, is recalibrating it every time I moved. You don't have to worry about it with this one. This one is gonna fly by camera only. No GPS, turn it on and you're done. Now, there is an app where you can go in and change settings, and I'm not gonna get into that. The app is really easy to use, but what I wanna show you today is what this thing can and can't do. So let's go ahead and get with it. We'll take a battery out of here. It's very simple. We're gonna put the battery in the right way, and we're ready to go. You give it just a little 3-second push of the button and it's gonna power up, and we'll be able to hear it talks to us.
Current mode, zoom out.
So currently it's on the zoom out mode. It's that easy. Right here on the front, we've got our power button, we've got our mode button, and then our camera is right here on the front. So this thing is really so simple. If you've had a drone in the past and you don't take it out because it's too complicated, this will fix all of that. So we're gonna go ahead and run through all of the modes that it has, and it will tell you
Hover.
it's in hover mode. So right now I've got it in video mode, and if I let it hover, what you want to do,
Hover.
you hit the power button, hold it out, and it takes off. It's in hover mode. It's just gonna sit here and film me. Now, it is rather close to me, but you can set all of that in the app too. You can set it for like 10 feet, 5 feet, 20 feet, whatever you want. But this is it in hover mode. And to land this thing, it's really as simple as putting your hand under it, and it comes down. Guys, this couldn't be easier. Now, to get an audio recording with it, you will have to connect your phone to the app, which just takes a few seconds. In fact, I'll do it right now. I'll go ahead and connect to the drone. You heard it chime. It knows it's connected. So, what we'll do, it's in zoom out mode, and I'll show you how that works. What it's gonna do, it's gonna take 2 video clips, it'll zoom out away from us, it'll stop filming, and then it'll zoom back and it'll film again. So we're gonna hit the button.
10 feet, zoom out.
And we're gonna let it boot up. And just like that, it's gonna take a film as it backs up, and then it'll come back and it'll be ready to land in my hand again. So that was the zoom out. In fact, I think I had it on photo. I'll go ahead and put a picture in there.
Follow.
Now this is the follow mode. Follow mode is just what it says.
Continue. Follow.
So now wherever I go, this thing will follow me around. And it really keeps good track of you. Now, there is no obstacle avoidance software on this thing. It just uses the camera, but I've come really close to vehicles and trees and stuff, and I haven't seen it hit anything yet. The only thing that will mess it up is if you like pass it over a table or something, and all of a sudden the floor comes real close to it, what it can see, it'll get confused. But here it is following me around. Pretty neat. So I'm gonna show you the next mode on it. What you wanna do is you stop and you stand still for a few seconds and it will approach you. The wind is really kicking his butt today. It's been windy all weekend. Put your hand under it and it lands. It's as simple as that. Man, this thing is so easy.
Orbit.
So it's got an orbit mode. Now, if you go in the app, you can set it for 10, 20, or 30 feet. And I've got it at 10 feet. Let's go ahead and let it orbit. We'll see what it looks like.
20 feet.
20 feet I have it set at. So it's gonna back out 20 feet away from me, and then it'll start filming. The red light comes on, it's filming, and it's gonna make a circle 20 feet around, keeping me right in the center of it. It's really, really simple to use. Now, I'm not really gonna show you around the app. If you get it, the app is very easy to use. It hooks up super easy, and it's just a breeze to use, man. My wife loves to take selfies of her and I everywhere we go. So I bought this, and just to put it on zoom out, it'll take 3 or 4 pictures. I think it's 3, and it'll come right back to me, and then we can get a really good view of everything. So now it's finished its 20 feet orbit, and it's coming right back to me. When it stops, put your hand under it. I wasn't even looking. You see how easy this is. Now it has the bird's eye. We'll let that one fly.
16 feet. Bird eye.
Now I did all of these modes yesterday, and it was even windier than that. Even windier than what it is now. It was blowing 15 or 16 miles an hour yesterday. Today it's not quite that bad. Just doing this bird's eye. And when it comes next to my side, I'll just stick my hand out and catch it again. It's really that easy.
Hey, you guys!
It's gonna come right back to my side where it was before. I stick my hand under it, and it's really that simple. Now the trick, the coolest thing this thing does
Custom. Dolly track.
is the dolly track. Let me show you how it works. It's gonna stay in front of you. It's like having your own film crew with you, and I'll show you real quick.
Continue. Dolly track.
So what dolly track does, the camera stays in front of you wherever you go. Now, if you do too much turning or move too fast, it can end up behind you, but it will continue to follow. It will continue to record everything you're doing. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this video in here now. This is me in this wind riding around this campground yesterday, and you'll see how long the battery life is. I'm gonna show the video in its entirety. Here we go.
Definitely one of the coolest settings to this drone is this dolly track. Now, it won't go real fast, and if you turn too sharp, it will go into the follow mode, which is okay. But if you turn slowly and let it get in front of you, it will stay in front of you. Now, I'm going to drive around this campground, and I'll show you what its limitations are. Now, as you can probably see with these flags over here, this wind is blowing really hard today. It's probably a little bit too much for this drone. It's blowing between 15 and 17 miles an hour, according to WeatherBug. But you can see right here straight, I'm doing about 5 miles an hour on the bike. And it's right in front of me. The wind's blowing it around pretty good. Kind of curious what this video is going to look like. I am recording sound through my wireless Go, connected to my phone. So that's the app doing that. Now, I tried to do this ride earlier, and the video cut out, the audio cut out after about 2 minutes. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know if maybe the app went to sleep. So I extended the sleep time on my phone so it won't sleep until after 10 minutes. So this thing will probably only fly 7 or 8 minutes in this wind. So we're going to give it a shot. Now, I just made a little turn. You can see behind me the road turn, and the drone did get back in front of me. I'm going to keep it in front of me here for most of this. And there's going to be a sharper turn down here at the end where I'm going to go ahead and pass it up, and then I'll let it follow me. It'll switch itself to follow mode is what it'll do. But you can see it staying in front of me. It's pretty close to me. I'm doing about 5-6 miles an hour. And it's really neat. Really neat. I think it's certainly the coolest feature on this drone. Now the wind is really giving this little thing a rough time. It's funny to watch it bounce around. All right, we're going around another turn. I'm gonna go real slow. Let it get back in front. All right, it took a little doing, but it's there. I'm really going slow now, though. Now we're going to change directions big time right here. We'll see what happens. All right, it's coming around. Oh, but I'm creeping. I'm going to fall over on this bike. All right, now we should be okay. But it stayed in front of me. It's doing just fine. All right, we're changing directions again. Let's see if it stays in front. And it does. So as long as you're going slow enough, you can really keep it in front of you. But I will show you up here in a little bit, in a minute or two, that we can force it to go into follow. And then I'll be able to speed up. It tends to go a lot faster forwards than it does backwards. It'll go about 17 miles an hour, I think, forward. Backwards, like I said, it's only do about 5 miles an hour. It's going just slow enough where I can stay up on this bike.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you, man. How's it going? Good. Yeah, it does get a lot of attention riding around the campground with it. People look at it quite a bit. So I hope we're still getting some sound recording. At this point last time, it had cut off already. But like I said, my phone's still awake. That's kind of what I'm going with. Now, as far as battery time, I did have it out earlier and the sound cut off on me. It went about 8 minutes in this wind. I thought that was pretty good. And it was just about dead when I landed it. All right, I got a sharp turn right here, 90 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it up, and I'm gonna let it follow me, and I'm gonna speed up. So I hear it's still behind me. I'm assuming it's following. Now I'm doing about 10 miles an hour. Oh, it's doing something crazy. It got lost. A little too much wind, so what I'm gonna do is go in front of it, and it should pick me back up. Oh, all right, it's on me again. All right, so yeah, it got lost. It got twisted up in the wind, and it lost me. Well, it's behind me now. Now let's see if it'll make it to the truck. I hear it's back there still. I'm only doing about 7-8 miles an hour, something like that. But I still hear it. Hopefully it'll make it to my truck. Don't land on the road. But we're almost there. All right, now I'm gonna check it and see if all the audio is there. My phone stayed awake the whole time. So hopefully I've got all the audio. But as you can see, it does have limitations in the dolly mode. If you can kind of keep it in front of you like you want, like I'm doing now, or you can change direction real quick and get it to follow you, which works as well. It works out pretty cool the way it does it, actually. So let's see if we got audio from this clip. Stand here for a minute and it will approach you. Oh, it'd be a blowing all over the place. All right, here it comes.
Now, I have a link in the description down below. This thing is coming in right at $300, and it really is the most simple, easy to use drone ever. There is a manual flying mode in the app, but really it will only go 30 feet away from you, and unless you just want to get a shot without you, it's pretty much useless. But you can. Now, you can't fly it over water. I can't go over this lake with it because it needs cameras to sense its height and its distance from you. So once it gets over the water, it will get confused. It won't do it. And it also doesn't like extreme height changes. Like I said, if I pass it over a table in my living room, it will get confused. If it's really close quarters to me, it'll get confused about the table. And I'm telling you, for the money, if you are into photography, if you like having selfies with you and your partner, this is gonna be the way to go. We can send this thing out 10 feet away from us and get a good view of everything around us. And guys, I'm telling you, this thing is super easy. If you've ever had a fear of flying a drone, this is not gonna be that. It's so simple, so easy, you can't mess it up. Guys, I hope you liked the video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I've always got some really cool reviews coming, and I hope to see you next time.